What's up, people?
What's going on?
Welcome back, dear leader.
Yeah, man.
How's vacation?
It was good. It was good.
You look good. A little sun. He got some vitamin D,
Get a lot of vitamin D.
obviously, while he was away.
hot.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Lies my doctor told me, Dr. Ken Berry.
Yeah.
We're continuing to deep dive through this book. There's so much. It's such a well-written book in my mind because it's very quick and concise.
Right.
It doesn't spend, 50 pages breaking down.
He tries to not tell you, I guess, what is the cause of things, but he goes on to tell you what has been disproven, and then he shows you the research.
Right. Quick, concise. I like that. I don't like big, long books.
There's a lot of wives' tales
Yeah.
that has been going on in medicine for a very long time.
Yep. So this one is, you want to read the lie?
Eating or drinking too much calcium can lead to kidney stones. Also, if you've had a kidney stone, you should decrease your calcium intake so you don't get another.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
You're getting too much calcium. But is that really possible? Is it true?
Right. I mean, we hear it all. We hear it all the time, right?
Calcium's like super important.
Right.
The body needs it. It's like hundreds of bodily functions.
So on one hand, they're telling you that you should supplement calcium in everything you eat, your dairy products, all these other things, and then on the other hand, they're telling you, hey, don't have too much because it causes something.
Right. You ever known anyone that had one?
Yeah, my wife did.
Oh.
Yeah. She was nauseous, in pain. She did say it was like childbirth. I mean, it was. Yeah, she was.
Has she ever compared any other pain to childbirth?
No.
Yeah.
No. And hers were evidently somewhat small. So for the people that have the bigger ones that required them to be broken apart, man, that's.
I was telling Jerry when I was a kid, a buddy of mine got it, which I don't know if that's normal at like 15 years old.
Oh wow.
But we were at church and he started to pass one. And he's in the bathroom at church, and you would have thought that he was getting Jeffrey Dahmered,
15 years old.
Yeah. That's what I remember.
Gosh.
Was that he had them. I can't go back, 30 years and verify that, but.
That's nuts. So, obviously, extreme pain. Obviously, it's.
He was hurting. I can tell you that.
Little calcium object that has to be passed.
Well, and I think Jerry was mentioning this, that someone he knew. I think in my situation, my buddy, it was before they had all this laser tech where they can kind of break it up and, make it manageable to pass. That technology didn't exist back then. You just had to force the sand spur through the
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No.
So enough of that.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. So he gets into the research that there's never been any substantive research to demonstrate increased calcium in your diet equates to kidney stones. He actually even references a study not a study, but women that are on calcium supplements experience no higher increase in kidney stones.
Okay. So
it's kind of, I think
it's
there's
loose, but
there's not a lot of data there.
Right.
But there's definitely none to support it being true.
So does he go on to talk about what he thinks causes it?
Maybe I don't have good reading comprehension, which is very possible. But he never really outright defines it. I think he alludes to a lack of vitamin D probably plays a part because we're told, that sun's bad. Ooh, sunscreen. Don't go out, and obviously you and I do not practice that.
I don't practice that a bit.
Yeah, we were at the beach Thursday, Friday last week, and I put sunscreen on my nose and on the top of my ears, and that was it.
I successfully no sunscreened the entire week.
Good for you. I was a little worried I might,
I was burning.
blister.
My shoulders were starting to fry. Not that this is a sunscreen. We'll do one on that all by itself. But
But getting vitamin D.
Getting vitamin D is very important. My thoughts, and very loose also. I have no medical information on this as well. I hear a lot of sodas, especially dietary sodas, not a lot of water can probably lead to kidney stones. The other thing, when you think about a pool, right? Lack of acid in a pool will lead to calcium deposits in the pool very quickly. So that you start to wonder, if the levels of acid in your stomach are high enough in order to
process the food. Well, I go back to probably almost every chapter I read in this anymore. I go, well, wouldn't it tie back to it? Again, it circles back to whole foods to me. And I'd like to do maybe a historical look at, kidney stones and has it stayed flat?
Is there a parallel graph?
Right. With processed food or something.
Yeah. I mean, were kidney stones a thing in the 1900s?
Right. I don't know. But I certainly wonder if a whole food diet doesn't simply eliminate. We eat just the phosphates alone. That's probably what a kidney stone is.
The preservatives. I mean, you and I were talking about that just this morning. I mean, what is the expansion of preservatives in milk? Right? We talked about bread before, right? You can set a loaf of bread on a counter now for months and it doesn't mold. Like, it used to be, a week for dairy, for milk?
For real milk.
And it would rot? And it's skunky? I mean, and now you can buy a gallon of milk and it's 4 weeks out.
You want me to hit you with something even heavier?
Go for it.
One of the books my wife is reading, I think it was in Ageless, but I'm not sure because she's in like book 4 or 5 now. But
she's on it, huh?
Science is finding that the human body is taking 4 to 5 times as long to decompose in the ground.
Ew.
Because we are so full of preservatives. It ain't just the milk.
So you no longer need to be King
Embalmed,
Tutankhamun? Kevin Tutankhamun? He just...
Yeah, dude, that was in one of her books that they're finding out that we are decomposing at a much slower rate.
Oh, my God.
Because we're full of crap. I mean, figuratively and literally.
Holy cow, dude. That's insane.
Yeah. So, anyways, don't be scared of calcium in your diet.
We're literally a preservative now.
Yeah, pretty much. Don't be scared of calcium in the diet, I guess. Either that or do your own research because, again, he makes a pretty cool case here that it's not calcium in your diet, but he doesn't really point you to
what it is,
in my opinion.
Yeah. Ideas are great at this point, but that's exactly what they are.
Yeah.
It's, very similar. You got to do elimination diet on just about anything now.
Yeah. So he give us homework. Was there homework in this one?
I don't think so.
I think he pointed us to actually an article.
A website, Vitamin D resource page, the Vitamin D Council, and has great information about vitamin D. That's a very long bit.ly, so I'll leave it to Jerry to put that up.
That's fine.
But, super long.
All right, guys. Well, I've never had kidney stones. I pray I never do.
Yep.
Knock on wood. And really, I'd tie it back to whole foods most likely and processed foods, that whole thing. But so that's it. That's all we got, I think, today. Questions, comments, concerns, hit us at snackcast@yes.fit.
Stay moving.
See you.